Alrighty. Getting ready to do this thing. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream. Just hoping I've remembered everything I need to do. Okay. Where are we at? That didn't work. Hold up. It's me. Okay. Let's see. Okay, sorry, it's been a minute since I've done this. That's really funny. All right. Excuse me. Yeah, let's get to work. I'm gonna build something live and on stage from scratch-ish. I'm building a tiny product. This is Toucan, which is a browser extension, which I use to learn Japanese. That's Seihin, something like that. Anyway, I'll hit pause on that so we can read this together. Gonna build a tiny product. Hey, Ice Wizards. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Feel free to say hi in the chat if you're around. We can talk about what I'm doing. Yeah, let me shut off this fan back here too. It's a little noisy. Anywho, my name is Mike by Fulco. I am a developer advocate at Stripe. I am also, in my spare time, a person who makes lots of things fairly regularly. And for once, I'm going to try and make a product. And that's my goal today. So I just dropped this blog post a couple minutes ago, which may have brought you here from Twitter. I'll leave you to your devices to go and read this on your own, because it would be boring if I just read this aloud, but I'm going to build something. I have an idea for a product, and I'm going to build it from start to finish, and that's my goal here. So what I want to do is do something simple that I can go from an idea to a real-world thing, and live through the product development experience, integrate a bunch of tools into it, see what I can do to automate most of this thing, and then maybe make something that can make some money off of, can learn some lessons from, can dabble in some new technologies, and go from there. So, yeah, let's do it. All right, let's talk about it. So, here's what I've got so far. This blog post calling myself out and pointing you to my YouTube and my Twitch. I'm not quite streaming on YouTube yet. I'll get there. Right now my YouTube is full of embarrassing old videos of me playing music for the most part, and some of my cats, which you might enjoy. But yeah, let's get into this. So I'm going to build a very small end-to-end product using a couple of tools. So we're going to use Remix.run to build the web app part of this. I'll have to shut off. I'm going to disable this for now. Pause. Oh, until tomorrow. That's super handy. Okay. I didn't know that was there. Thanks, Toucan. We're going to use Remix to build a web app. We're going to host it on Vercel, which I've got a bunch of products hosted on there already. Probably shouldn't show my dashboard IRL. I'm going to use Stripe for collecting payments. Full disclosure, I work for Stripe. This is not a Stripe project. This is my own sort of deal. From there, I'm going to, let's see, probably end up using a bit of authentication, maybe from Auth0 or Firebase. I'll use some email templates from someone like Mailgun or MailChimp, or gosh, what are all the ones that exist? Someone's mail API, maybe a ConvertKit, something like that. We will spin up social accounts, drip campaigns using something like a CRM, and the goal is to get this thing like done and hammered out in the next couple of weeks, hopefully under a month. So let's talk about the idea here. It's a very simple idea, which I probably should have drawn up a little bit before I got on stream, but it's okay. We can do that together. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is build an app, a service. Yeah, it's an app, a product that will, hey, there's my cats. This is actually kind of what's inspired some of this project, but I'm going to build a very simple app that helps people create collateral for their weddings. I know, which sounds maybe a little bit silly, simple, whatever, but let's talk about what exactly that means. So I might just start this in Markdown in the README for this thing. Let's see, that's the post I just published. This is, let's see, okay. Let's come into here. Oh boy, I should have done a better job of this before I got on stream. All right, so what we're going to build is a product that takes in information about people and generates stuff for them to use for their wedding. And there's a lot of different things that could be. I have just been through planning a wedding. It was a lot of work, as you may well know. And so here's what we're going to do is we're going to collect some information from people that we won't even save. I don't think there's any need to store any of this stuff in a database. Really, it's kind of transient information. But let's talk about what we'll take in. I don't have a name for this thing. We're starting with Lil Wedding, name of my favorite rapper and whatnot. So we will, let's see, inputs, 2 names of people in the couple, and we'll use I don't know, for example, John and Jane. We may or may not need to take in pronouns, and maybe their pronouns, he, him, they, them, whatever it ends up being. Location, they're getting married. We'll use my good old hometown. Date, they're getting married. May or may not be important. This can be in plain text English. Spring 2023 or April 27, 2023, something like that. Where they met. Camping in Yosemite. We will, let's see, what else? Interests. I should do a little better job spitting this out. Interests, shared interests, camping, hiking, plants, cats, Indian food, something like that. And maybe a couple of other things, but here's the idea. We're going to pull in all this information and we're going to use it to generate a wedding ceremony script. So we will generate wedding ceremony script into the speeches. Best man, brides, what's it called? Maid of honor. Maybe these, maybe these. Other extensions of this idea I have is sticker sheets. That was what I had on screen a minute ago. Oh boy, I have so many different sketch files open. No need to pull it back up, but I did that for my wedding. We had sticker sheets which we gave to our guests, which was a lot of fun. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. So at a minimum, we'll have a big page that takes in this information. We will need to generate account information for, like, have a unique ID for the person who is using this thing. And then we will collect payment, generate a few of each of these. So a couple of scripts, a couple of speeches, and maybe a sticker sheet or two, and then spit those out into maybe a shared Google Drive or Dropbox, or just send them out via email through an Amazon S3 or something like that. Sounds simple, right? Let's see what we can do. Okay, so what does that all look like? Well, right now we have a fairly blank Remix app, and my goal for today is to set this up so that I can demonstrate what the output is going to look like. We'll then go back and add account stuff and payment stuff and all that after the fact, and hook into some of the like CRM stuff that I'm hoping to do, and yeah, I don't know, see what we can automate. The end result of this should be little to no interaction on my part. Hopefully lots of interaction on the part of people interacting with this as customers. All right, let's start there. All right. So I'll show you what I've got right now. I'm fairly sure it's pretty broken. Oh yeah, because I don't have these things added. So great. Add a couple of packages to the project. I started an empty Remix project before, and added Chakra UI to it as a UI framework, and started to scaffold out what a homepage layout would look like, but I haven't done any real logic beyond that. So right now we've got a layout that is a vertical stack with a header, a footer, and then some body component, which is unspecified here. So open this up. There we go. We got a header. We got a footer. We got some things. I will drop my various handles in there. Why not? Twitter. Actually, forget what my YouTube link is. No, we're gonna do Twitch. Good enough. Okay. So those should have links behind them now. Yep. And label Twitch. Let's see, social button. FA, Instagram. Let's see if Font Awesome has Twitch. It does. Brilliant. We like to keep these things in alphabetical order, though. Okay. Great. We got a little Twitch logo there. Did I colorize when you hover? No big deal. Don't really care. Okay, that's a good enough footer. Great. I should probably add a link. And a target blank. Okay, that will probably go to there. Great. So, by the way, let me know if you can't see any of this for any reason. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty. Do my best to keep an eye on. Ooh. Let's see. Might not be coming through. Let's try that. Boost my sound a little bit here. Check. Let's see, we'll go up a couple dBs here. Check, testing. All right, that should be a little better, a little noisier. Thanks for the message, Drew. Oof, excuse me, brutal. Okay. Righteous. All right, let's get into this. So we're going to do very little about what this looks like for now. Oh, look, dark mode works. That's super nice. We'll try and preserve that. I don't really care. All right, so let's get into the content of this thing. Like I said, it's a very basic remix app right now, so there's not a lot to it, but that's okay. All right, so wedding speeches are difficult. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, that might be good enough for now. Okay. Lovely. We should fix the width of this thing, maybe. I actually don't know that I really care about that. Go, we get a little bit of margin there. I'm going to view this in light mode because it'll drive me nuts otherwise. Okay, so we'll hone in on this value prop here. Oh, actually, I had created, or I had taken this hero component before, so we should use that. Aha. Okay. This came from chakratemplates.dev, a super useful page, which has all these nice little sections for hero stuff. And actually, I think in this case, we no longer need this container. Yeah. Should make it a little nicer. Great. So let's go edit that hero. We will obviously change this, which incidentally is a SVG, which is pretty cool, but we're gonna want to change it. Yeah, super neat though, right? Like this is all generated with markup as an image. If we inspect the page, we'll see that as an SVG. Okie doke. So it's so difficult. And we'll say you sit down to write heartfelt speech about people who you love dearly and your mind goes blank. Thankfully, how about lucky for you, we can help. We'll make this better at some point. Now, there are obviously some things wrong with this. This is one of my pet peeves, is we are absolutely not going to do that. That looks much better. We are going to make this the same width as the heading. We'll make this a little bit bigger. Great. Looking for you. AI can help. A little bit better value prop there. Okay, great. I think we'll probably end up going away from bright orange as the color for this thing, but for now that'll do. That looks cool. Okay. We need to grab a better illustration for this. We might make that ourselves, but for now I'm just going to comment this out. All right, and here's what I'm envisioning here is we'll have two panes, one left and one right. One will be like the abstract for a wedding speech, the points we want to make, and the right side will be the generated speech. I think that should do. Sorry, I'm busily checking my phone as I go through here. So let's split this out into two panes. We're going to comment this whole thing out. Oops, that didn't work. And we're not going to export this. All right. So let's see if my templates have a comparison thing here. They might not. Hero sections. I mean, there's not a lot that needs to happen here. You know, honestly, this might be better. Yeah, actually. That's great. We're pivoting already, fam. Let's get rid of this illustration altogether. Oof. We will get rid of this. We're going to paste this in. Grab just the bits we need. And I'm making this hard on myself. That's okay. Let's see what we got. Probably need some imports. Ugh. Doing me dirty here. Okay. We know we like this. Okay. Oops. Like it. We have 2 show me more buttons. We probably won't even need those. Okay. Now let's get rid of this container. We're just going to fix some heights here. So spacing, py, that's y padding. This is this stack. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. Reading speech. Some good picture. This guy's a PowerPoint. No, thank you. Who looks like they're giving a speech? Oh, this is perfect. Oh, you know what we can do? Hey, Josh, we can do. There's a way to query like a search collection. Oh, this is a perfect image. Heck yeah. Okay, info. So you know what? Don't get bogged down in the weeds. We do need to replace that image. But that's okay. Has to be anything better than, yeah. We'll see, Josh. I've yet to do anything hyper meaningful here. But I think this will be fun. So let's get into the fun part of this. Probably don't need like literally 3 stacks in a row here, right? That's the one that does the text. Okay, we'll let this be. So there's our hero. We're going to go back to our home page now that we've got that, and we'll put a demo section here. And here's where we're going to do it. Ooh, demo is not defined. I think you can do that in, yeah, okay. So, I forgot you can do that in here. Just unbreak a bunch of things here unnecessarily. Okay. Amazing. So this is where we're going to grab our little side-by-side deal here. We definitely don't want a carousel or product details. Features. Let's just see how they're doing this. Simple grid columns. Awesome. Okay. Columns equals 2. Great. Nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do for now is make that hero invisible so we can just worry about this demo part. We're going to have a text area on the left. Yeah, okay. Ooh, ooh. Cool. It's read only. Pull a gap between them. Give this a nice big font size. See if I can do that on the grid actually. Nice. Did that work? It didn't. Okay. Just trying to align the text a little bit. Great. Okay, so we're gonna make a little form on the left. We're gonna make an output part on the right. And we're gonna make the right side look like something like a piece of paper, perhaps. So really it kind of just needs to be a nice rectangle. Let's see what we can steal. It's all that matters. Nice little text treatment here. We don't need a form, but we could use this box. Yeah, nice. That's this stack with a box shadow. Love it. Okay, there's our output. Okay, we're going to grab a nice chunky heading here. Maybe where it says subscribe, that's nice enough. Okay. Silly center align though. Let's see, we will say, yeah, best man speech for Spacing will not do. And Wendy. Cool. There's an arbitrary width being set somewhere in here that I don't love. Why? Offset? Don't quite get that. That's okay. Don't worry, we'll get this better. A little less rounded there. Okay, and here's where we're going to put our generated output. Love it. We'll start there. What's the problem here? Did I misspell it down here? I did. Okay, time to get into some of the hopefully interesting part of this. Let's talk about how we're actually going to do this. So here's the thought. We're going to use AI text generation to spin up a speech based on a couple of names and things that we pass in. And spit that into a text box. So yeah, all right. We're going to do that with OpenAI, which I have open here, which has a nice little API, which we're going to start to use. So I expect there will be an API key that appears somewhere on here. So I'm going to drag this over to another screen here, and we're going to install the package. Ooh, we got an error here, actually. Hold up. What's the problem here? Oh. That's not how you use a text area, everyone. Use default value or value props. Fine. Okay. Great. We don't want that disabled, but we do want it read only. We're going to do white background on it. Why don't I know how to do that? That's fine. We don't need to futz about the color. All right, let's plug in to some AI stuff here. So we're going to create an API root. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I think we fixed that bug, yeah. I'm going to add this OpenAI package here. We need to do some fetch stuff, but I think that Remix wraps fetch. Or polyfills fetch. Yeah. Use fetcher. Yeah, they've got all this cool wrapper stuff. Routes are their own API. Routes teams, function loader. Okay. So we're going to do a speech. We'll do create one. There are times when you're going to get data from a loader, not because the user is visiting the route, but because the current page needs the route's data for some reason. That's not the one we want. We want a routes that are part of your application but aren't part of the UI. Bingo, that's what we want. You want a loader that renders a report as a PDF. Well, I can send any kind of response. Yeah, cool. App routes reports. Okay, so we just need to make a loader with some params in it. Did that work? Yes, we had an open API. Great. Okay. We'll take the demo here. We have create speech here. something like this. We'll do yeah, we'll worry about that later. Okay, so we've just made a very simple API route which should ignore any input params and just spit out a JSON blob with this data in it. So let's do that. And I believe this demo can go fetch that. So there's some really cool fetch stuff here. Use fetcher. Did we import it? No, we didn't. We're going to do like this. Probably with an use effect because we want to do this on load. That's cool. Not what we want. That's all we need. We need to send it a post. This doesn't really check, actually. We can fix that in a minute. Picture.submit. Excuse me. Loads data from a route loader. Okay. Then we'll do, let's see. fetcher.state, idle, submitting, or loading. Okay, actually, we're going to use the more generous one, fetcher.type. Case init, case done, case no, we're just going to use state. Idle. Submitting, loading. I think that might do it. So let's see what we got. Ooh, it's broken. Okay, we get a loading state. That's nice. Did we pass in the right route here? I don't know that we did. So that's target, options, method. Speech create, okay. We're not getting anything back from this loader function. Canceled. Excuse me. I wonder what we're doing wrong here. Let's see if we're getting there at all. Let's do that. Sure, looks like it. Oh, does this use effect need one of these? May. Okay, there we go. Something in there just fixed it. It's nothing. Picture.data. Cool. Okay, look at that. We got a speech back. Nice. Okay, so I'll prove that to you. Nice. All right. Just because I saw it in here, right? One of the things we get is a request. We probably only want post here. Post or put. Put might also be okay. No. I think we want post because we're not creating something, we're just generating. Lovely. Okay. And really, we'll rewrite this in a second because that's not great. Okay. So we know this needs to be action and verb method. Ooh. Is it supposed to be lowercase? Hold up. What did I do wrong here? Request.method. Okay. think we're probably just looking in the wrong place. So strange. Method post. Action speech create. Yeah, okay. Ugh, that debugger is killing me. Post. Oh. I really don't understand what's happening. Shouldn't have messed with it when it was working. That's all right. Part of the process, right? P cannot appear as a descendant of P. That's speech create. So confusing. So if I don't specify the method, it's working. Request method is get. We're sending a get in that case. That's wild. All right, tell you what. We're not going to validate it for now. All right. Not even getting to the fun stuff. All right. So somewhere in here I have a paragraph nested in a paragraph. That is very likely here. We have the most text. wasn't there. pdiv demo. It's in the demo. Weird. I don't know where it is. Is it this? It is that. Ah. Okay, great. So now let's get into the fun part. So we're going to pull up npm. We're going to look for OpenAI. Node.js library for the OpenAI API. We'll do this stuff. We're going to submit a quick need to make a .env. Put in an API key. Configure, do that, create completion. So you have to specify the AI you're going to use. In our case, we're going to use DaVinci 2. We're going to use prompt, hello world, a best man speech for Mark and, what do I call him? Mark and Wendy. What's wrong here? Ah. Application error, failed with status code 401, which of course means that we have sent an API request that is unauthorized, which means I need to go get my API key. And to do that, I need to go to just me mode. Hey, good timing. There's my cat. Pepper, can you block the camera? Yeah, thank you. Oh, she's gonna lay on my keyboard. Okay. Which must mean it's almost quitting time here. Alright. That's cool. So Pepper, she's beached herself in front of me here. Yeah, okay. So we'll add our OpenAI API key and make sure I've closed that so you don't see it. And then we need to work on the configuration side of things. So, all right, I'm back. this is going to be the teaser for the night, and then we'll come back and work on this hopefully tomorrow night, maybe tomorrow during the day. Yo, there's so many people here. Thanks for hanging out. That's very cool. No pressure though, right? All right, so we need to send in a prompt. We also need to send in, there's error handling, there's all kinds of good stuff here. Server-side usage only, yes, yes, yes. Good, we're using this in a serverless function, so that should be okay. It's generated from Open API, which makes sense. What we want to do is, so here's the docs. We send a key, send a whole bunch of stuff over. Finish reason length. Okay. List engines, retrieve engine, completions, create completion. So that's essentially what we're firing off here. Create completion. We need to give it more than just a prompt. So we pass it a prompt, max number of tokens to generate in the completion. So we're going to do, let's say 500 for now. It's cool that I get autocomplete. What sampling temperature to use? Alternative called nucleus sampling, where the model considers the results to be tokens with top P probability mass. Okay, how many completions to generate for each prompt? N is 1, we're going to do N is... No, that's okay, yeah, because we're only grabbing the first one right now. And then this might be good for now. So let's see what happens when we hit save here and we come back to our browser window and we do a localhost 3000. It's loading, it's thinking, it's generating, it's doing AI stuff. It's taking a while. That's all right, nobody panic. Maybe we broke it. Sorry, I'm also dealing with, hey! Yo. That's the beginning. That's pretty good. Jim, Mark, and Wendy, I'm so glad you two have found each other and that I get to be here to celebrate your wedding with you. It seems that only yesterday I was giving Mark a hard time about finally settling down. Now I couldn't be happier for the two of you. I remember when I first met Wendy, Mark had just started dating her and he was so happy. I could tell that she was so special to him that he was head over heels for her. I knew then that I would be giving this speech one day. Mark, you're my best friend and I'm so proud of the man that you have become. You deserve all the happiness in the world. Wendy, you are amazing and I know you will make Mark so happy. I am thrilled that the two of you have found each other and that I wish you the best in years to come. Congratulations. What is this, 90 minutes of work and we're generating a completed work product here. That's a hell of a demo. Cool. Okay. So you can see where this is going to go from here. The idea is to take this, feed the AI much more personalized stuff, names, locations, interests, yada yada, have it generate a speech that's meaningful and not just fluff, although this is probably a good first draft at a speech for someone, and charge people a bunch of money to go do that. That's a product, y'all. That's pretty cool. I'm sure someone will pay for this. Let me grab a screenshot real quick. With my new favorite tool, Screely, extensions, download, add to Chrome. We're going to shrink this down a bit. Bam. Not that much a bit because it looks like trash. All right, maybe we'll go full width, whatever. And we're going to grab Screely and make a little browser extension. Dark mode. All right. This is it. Progress day one. Give it a nice, let's go Pinky. Bam. All right, let's go to Twitter with it. Go to my notifications, drop in a response here. A wedding toasts for about 90 minutes of work. Not too bad. All right. We'll tweet that. And with that, I'm done for the night. I'm going to go sign off. This was fun. If you like this, please subscribe on Twitch. That would be awesome. Feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. I'll be back doing this sporadically during the day and the evenings for the next couple of weeks while I get this done. I will also be doing my best to make this into a fully rounded product. Yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all being here. Let's do it again sometime soon. Good night.